I was definitely a nerd or a geek, and I enjoy that stuff, and I still enjoy that stuff. That's what I love about this job, is I can do that. No one looks at me twice, and it's fabulous to be able to come to work and be who you are, and know that that's what they want you to do, and know that it's contributing to the mission, that this is part of your job. My name is Jennifer Cole, and I work at NASA Dryden Flight Research Center. I'm an aerospace engineer, and this is my story. I've always been interested in aviation my entire life. I wanted to fly. I really, really, really wanted to fly in the Air Force or the Navy and get paid to fly airplanes, and that was not an option for me. I have very bad eyesight and could not fly, and that was kind of devastating to me at the time. And so what I decided to do was not see that so much as a barrier, but as a, well, how else can I take this interest? There's got to be something else. And engineering really was what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with actual physical things, and I wanted to use the math and the science that I had in school, the equations and being able to calculate or estimate or predict what is going to happen. The fact that you can put equations on things that happen every day in our life is fascinating to me, and I love that part. Working for NASA was always a goal for me. I first became aware of NASA when I was in the 4th grade, and it's unfortunate actually, but it was the Challenger explosion. I remember it was in January 1986. I was in the 4th grade, and the teacher rolled in the TV, and you knew it was a big deal because we didn't watch TV in class. We didn't do that. And when she flicked on that TV, it sticks with me to this day. The blue sky with the white trails of smoke that are just random and haphazard, and yet in my mind I knew that there was a reason they looked the way that they did, and it was horrifying. And at that point it became more apparent to me just what NASA was. It was more than just launching space shuttles. It was more than landing on the moon. Once I got into school then, I had been following NASA. I knew a lot about what NASA did, and I also knew that they actually did more than just the space side of things. There's a lot that happens in the atmosphere. There's a lot of unexplored territory in there. There's a lot of machines that work in that realm, and that was particularly fascinating to me. And when I actually started to work here as a student intern, was when I absolutely fell in love with the place. I mean, there are folks of all kinds of backgrounds and all sorts of motivations who are here. The people who love a challenge, the people who are willing to do what it takes, even if it means standing down. You sometimes just got to stop, say, this doesn't feel right. There's people sitting in those airplanes and people sitting in those rockets. You just have to keep that in mind. You have to keep that in mind. Some advice that I would give to other women: just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean that it can't. Just because there aren't more women sitting in that room doesn't mean that there never will be, and that you have the power to change that. You can go and do what you need to do so that you're sitting in that room as well. You're making those decisions. You're flying that airplane. You're in orbit, or you are on the very first manned mission to Mars. That could be you. It's just a matter of you making up your mind to go do it.